One of the many important things for me with being a content creator is creating content and not doing the same thing over and over, but evolving constantly. Like, I like the idea of looking back to who I was a year ago to now and me seeing myself, the improvements, leaps and bounds that I made as a content creator to do, you know what I'm saying? Content creation shit better day by day. I'm gonna kind of get you guys a little bit in my mind how I work, and you can kind of see my pattern with who's texting me. Sorry. I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, two things. Sponsors on this channel, one thing that I've never been good at is doing it myself. I never liked the idea to where it doesn't feel authentic, like I'm really enjoying something because I'm doing it. So I'm now introducing Kashar. Now, before we get into Kashar and how this is going to go, what I want you to do down below is rate his performance out of 1 to 10, hashtag hired, hashtag fired, whether you like it. If this made you want to play the game, I wanted somebody who had the time to put in to actually play any of the games that I get sponsored to do, because I want them to know if it's good. Like, if it's bad, we're not gonna do the sponsor. But if they genuinely like it, then, you know, I want to put something out that I believe in. I believe in his opinion to then talk to you guys about a raid Shadow Kashar, take it away.
What's good, guys? It's Kashar. I'm here to tell y'all about our sponsor for this video, Raid Shadow Legends. I know, you've already heard about this game literally everywhere, I know, but hear me out, alright? Why do you think you keep hearing about it? 15 million downloads! And that's only in the last 6 months. Raid is one of the top 3 ranked RPGs, and it's popping off right now. It even got nominated as a finalist for Google Play's Best of 2019 Users' Choice Award.
That's cool and all, but I don't even know what this game's about.
Well, that's why I'm here. Listen up. Raid is an epic dark fantasy adventure game on iOS and Android. An immersive turn-based RPG with over 400 champions for you to collect and customize to your liking. You assemble a team from 16 different heroic factions. You raid and roll up with your homies in a clan, gathering orcs, knights, elves, the undead, and more. And what blows my mind the most is there's 1 million... Million? Yes, did I stutter? 1 million champion builds that you can explore for endless strategies. Now, for me to talk so highly about this, I would have had to play it, which I did. I'm not into mobile games at all, so I wasn't expecting much. Then I saw the opening cutscene and I was blown back. The graphics were beautiful. Then I thought, when I get into gameplay, it's gonna dip in quality. Nope! The beautiful cutscene smoothly transitioned into gameplay and it retained the quality. The gameplay is very fun and I had a few laughs too. My favorite is Elhain because, let's face it, she's gorgeous, and look at her flashy moves! Ah! And the best part about it, it's free! And it's constantly updating with 16 new champions every month. Look at the plans they got. New factions, a tag team arena, a new clan boss. They're making sure there's an infinite amount of content for us to enjoy so there's no time to get bored. And the progressive rewards. The missions are really fun. Once you complete the missions, you will get one of the best legendary champions in the game, the Arbiter. She looks crazy powerful. And if that's not enough for you, if you go to the video description and click on the special links, you will get 100,000 silver, 2 clan boss keys, 10 mystery shards, and a free awesome champion, the Executioner. This will only be available for the next 30 days. All your treasure will be waiting for you right here. So why not give it a try? I'll see you over on Raid Shadow Legends.
I love Raid Shadow Legends not only for the meme, but I think that's actually a genuinely good game. I just never had the time to play it myself, but Kashar really liked it. Let me know what you think down below. Links if you want to play it for yourself, all that good stuff. But let's get to number 2. If you paid attention to how I've been ever since Sekiro ended, I've been working really hard to, you know, show you guys how much I genuinely like something. When I play a game, I get very immersed into it. Like, it becomes my life, you know? When I was a kid, I would play with like my favorite toy Gambit for some time, right? And I was very animated. I would go in the bathroom and I'd stay in there for like so long and just like immersing myself within my imaginative world with Dragon Ball Z being interpreted through Gambit. It was like Naruto, like a whole bunch of imaginative things, right? I was a fucking kid doing what kids do. Being an adult now, I pretty much do the same exact concept into the videos that I do, and I want to keep on going deep into just who I am, the core of my person, with everything that interests me, you know? We're really deep into Dragon Ball Z Kakarot right now, link down below to the playlist. I don't know, I thought it's a cool time to create a new series called Movie Night. Okay, so hashtag movie night below with the Kashar thing as well too. Essentially what this is going to be, where I go on YouTube with this series that I watch. It's not something I'm looking out for to find for the sake of the video. I'm showing you things that I do on a regular basis in an organic manner. You know, it's relevant now because I'm doing Dragon Ball and I want to kind of take you guys into this journey as well. So on today's hashtag movie night binge, we're checking out the homie Techstar, which a great friend of mine, and I watched this man blow up from 0 to where he's at now pretty much, and it was top 5 cool things to me, man. Tech is an extremely humble person, link down below. I'm not even saying that because he's my friend, man. Like, seeing the grind and the effort that he puts into these videos, it gives it a whole new layer for me when I watch it, because it's like I see the behind the scenes, I know the blood, sweat, and tears that goes in the production of these, and you know, I wanted to take some of the videos that I haven't seen yet that's relevant to what I'm about to do in the next episode of Kakarot to just, you know, watch it. So essentially, what the genre of these things are, there's fan mangas. I talked about this in one of the videos I did before. It was like Goku after Super type beat. That was the general idea of it. And there's many mangas that are like that. Like, I call them the Dragon Ball AF filler tidbits. They're fan made, and that's what we're gonna watch. My homie Techstar talking to us about Bardock. Now, the reason why I'm so interested in Bardock now is because we're just going on to Namek in the Kakarot playthrough I'm doing, and I don't think Bardock's gonna be talked about. I'm 100% positive. I want to watch the fan-made manga stuff of Bardock, and we can just go from there. There's an order of how these videos should be watched. I believe this is the first one, the second one, and the third. We're not going to talk about this one. I'm going to talk about why you should watch it later, I guess, but it depends how much time we have. And yeah, I'm just talk to him, Tech. This is the cutscene within Xenoverse 2, I believe, with Timebreaker Bardock. So I believe he's showing this just to say that this is talking about this Bardock. Let me turn the volume up. I could be wrong. He was a low-class Saiyan that challenged an empire. Okay, this music hit. What? What's the name of this video? God of Destruction Bardock. Okay, so we're going into fiction. He fathered a legend that would be known across space and time. Was that the case? I mean, yeah, I guess Tournament of Power. Yo, these edits go fucking hard. Hold up. Now he ascends beyond the realm of mortal men. How is he alive? We're taking the Mirror Torah? Toa? Oh, tell me, Tech.
So many stories and covered so many different timelines in Dragon Ball.
Sure.
It's kind of hard to keep up with them all.
I agree.
The Dragon Ball Naruto timeline and the canon Super timeline are probably the most popular, but another universe that hasn't really been spoken about as much is the Xenoverse timeline, and more importantly, Bardock's role in that universe. With the Dragon Ball Super Broly less than a week
Sorry if I don't
away,
talk a lot.
Finally
He does the job for me.
Dragon Ball minus animated and Bardock's actions before the death of the Saiyan race.
Sure.
But in an alternate universe, he's become one of the most powerful Saiyans to ever exist as he faces off against Toa and Mira in a battle.
I don't think
where
that's
the very fabric
I mean, I guess
of
if
time
nobody's
hangs
there
in
to
the
fight.
balance. This is a story from the creator of Dragon Ball Rebirth.
I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit.
First thing we see is Super Saiyan.
So the thing with these fan-made comics, which is really cool to me, is not only is there like there's like a whole, how would you say, there's many different chapters like with their own storylines, right? The one thing you have to understand is there's so many of them. You have to understand that these storylines don't necessarily connect with each other. The art sometimes doesn't look very on par with what Dragon Ball is supposed to look like. So in some cases, you do have to be lenient with how it's looking and just take the story in for what it is, if you're really interested in Dragon Ball in the way that I am.
Bardock, with his foot on Mira's back after a crushing victory over the Timebreaker.
Yeah, Mira got fucked. So this is in the manga.
Opens up once again.
Okay, so this is a Timebreaker Bardock. Okay.
Defeating Mira could have caused a break in the dimension. Bardock
got the galaxy vagina that he just fell in. Hello?
Begins to get sucked in, and he seems to know that he's being pulled to yet another timeline. And then he disappears.
Hope you guys can hear this, because it sounds low-key low for me, so I don't know the right place to put the volume at.
The next thing we see is Bulma sitting at Capsule Corp. By her looks, we can tell that this is most likely future Trunks' timeline.
Yes.
She gazes out of a window.
Which in Super, the Zamasu arc was my favorite arc. It's random, but just reminded me of that.
Someone crashes in front of the building and licks a huge crater in the yard. Bulma is shocked, but can't quite make out what it is, so she decides to head out.
I'm thinking about this now, Tech. Hold up. Your name's Techstar on YouTube. What is the idea behind Deuce Duncan, bro? Let's talk about this. Because, like, I feel like me personally, I'm very stubborn. Like, if someone took Afro Syndrome 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it got to be, Deuce Duncan ain't nothing adjacent to Tech. But I guess we'll get your origin story in the next episode in the comment section, I'm guessing.
And get a closer look. When she
Obama,
gets outside,
Goofy
she
running.
looks as if she's seen a ghost as she freezes in place and says, "It can't be." As a figure rises up from the ground, we see that
my nigga Bardock brawling.
Woodley want to believe that this is Goku, but
where am I?
In this timeline, most of the Z fighters.
Bardock got blackface on. He didn't get canceled. How'd that work?
So
he got black body on.
all of a sudden
I think that's more offensive.
Just like him.
Is that Goku? Okay, so this is a timeline where Goku Black isn't a thing. Oh yeah, he doesn't know who Goku is.
And the battle he just had with the Time Breakers, but still he has no
like,
idea
where the fuck am I?
Then he just collapses from exhaustion.
Okay.
Sometime later, we find ourselves back at this temple, a shrine dedicated to the Hakaishin.
Oh, so he's probably having a vision of this or something.
Look, we see Bardock sitting at the throne. In the
all right, so this is what I'm trying to figure out, right? If y'all know the origin of this bandana, which is from his homies, right? Like it's a bloody bandana that he wrapped around his head because like this one for my niggas. That's the origin of this. You got the whole God of Destruction fit like 2020s, nigga. You don't need this anymore. I feel like your homies will understand you on the bigger and better things. Like I get show your respect, but like you wearing down the fit. Bardock still looks saucy as hell. I don't know. Bardock the better, I guess, Echo Fighter to Goku. I'm gonna say that.
Destroyer of this universe. But how did he rise to power of this magnitude?
Okay, so that's what we go to the next video for.
What does this mean for the future of this timeline?
I'm guessing.
This is a story called
Dragon.
Dragon.
Okay. So stuff like this, like I want to make sure I get the cohesive story and the video's not too long. So I do want to watch like a few. So this was the part 1, which I'm gonna double check to make sure if this is done or not.
The good news is we do have another fan manga in the works.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So this is what this is. This is the second fan manga that he spoke of, which is the part 2 to what we just seen. So hey.
Before the story of Goku and his adventures on Earth, there lived a revolutionary Saiyan named Bardock, who is the father of Goku.
Sure.
There have been many stories about Bardock, from his original adaptation in the Dragon Ball Minus manga to his confrontation with the ancestor Freiza.
Dragon Ball Minus, I believe that's... Hold on, let me double check. Let me see. I think Tech's on this call. This is off the cuff. I don't care. Hold up.
Adam.
Hey, yo, hold up. Hey. I'm recording. Wait, Tech. Dragon Ball Minus is like the new canon for what Bardock's story is, right?
Dragon Ball Minus is old.
It is old, right? But that's what that was for the beginning of Broly?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Okay, so yeah, Dragon Ball Minus, if you remember watching Dragon Ball Super Broly in the beginning, that version of Bardock, that's what that was. So if you want to watch that, go ahead. But he said it's old, so I never read that myself.
In the episode of Bardock Special. Being a loyal soldier of the Frieza army, Bardock usually leads his own squad in the battle.
Look at Pinhead
so he
in the
has
back.
The trust of most
Who
of
you
the
call
other
it, Pinhead? Oh, there's two
After
Pinheads.
His
What the
vision of Frieza's betrayal, Bardock starts a rebellion that eventually leads to the inevitable destruction of planet Vegeta, as well as the entire Saiyan race.
These cutscenes running at 2 FPS.
Bardock never died in
2
the
FPS per second.
In this
so
story,
origin.
Gigi gives us his interpretation on a very likely scenario on how Bardock would have survived the
This
explosion.
art look fire. See, I fuck with this, bro.
The story starts during the destruction of planet Vegeta.
Sure.
Bardock starts to have visions of the future, and he sees Goku and his future adventure on Namek. He also sees a glimpse of Goku's eventual Super
Wait, is
Saiyan
this connected?
transformation, but only for a second.
Because he should be with Bulma right now,
By
right?
the explosion, though, a Yardrat uses the instant transmission technique to teleport to him right as he was about to be killed and gets him out of danger.
Why?
Having no home to return to, Bardock's only goal at this point is his revenge on Frieza.
This random nigga Carl said, I'm gonna do something good before I die.
Training on planet Yardrat. After seeing the vision of his son's Super Saiyan transformation, Bardock is determined to achieve the same power.
That's kind of dope.
During his time on planet Yardrat, he festers his hatred of Frieza into a source of strength, gaining power far past that of a regular Saiyan warrior, and eventually he learns the instant transmission technique, which almost seems to foreshadow Goku.
I'm very confused. So maybe these two don't connect. I was told these two stories go together, but like this is like a night and day experience. Like my brain's going sicko mode trying to put this together, and I just don't think it's supposed to. So
future involvement with the Yardrat people. Once his training is complete a year later, Bardock is estimated to be at least 100 times stronger than he was before.
Sure, that nigga just pulled that number out of his ass. That Yardrat dude.
He witnessed in his vision of Goku. He still isn't a Super Saiyan.
How was he able to tell strong Goku? Oh, I guess the yellow hair.
Once he is prepared to leave, however, Bardock thanks the Yardrat for training him and heeds his vision by asking, if his son were to end up on Yardrat in the coming years, please take care of him.
Oh, so they're trying to tie together some. Okay.
Army begins. Bardock makes relatively easy work of all of the soldiers on a certain planet, but these guys are just small fries, as the true goal still lies ahead of him.
I'm glad Bardock kept his tail.
Soldiers on this planet, Bardock tries to find Frieza's energy in order to instant transmission to him, but instead he senses a familiar power. A power that resembles a Saiyan.
One of his homies.
We then cut to see the only Saiyan warrior that Frieza spared. His name is Papole, And he was spared mostly because he's very easy to control and his loyalty is never
He was a
questioned.
bitch.
He just
Okay.
does what he's told without a question in the world, almost like a robot.
Jump, Papol. I'm jumping, my
We're
lord.
only led to know a little bit about Papol, but from what's presented, he is a Saiyan from another royal bloodline separate from Vegeta's.
That's
His
just
immense
not true.
fighting
Look at his
ability,
face.
Along with his unquestionable
He built like he
obedience,
ain't
led Freiza
shit.
to favor Papol even over
I like how you can
King
see his
Vegeta.
power level. That's pretty
Once
strong,
Bardock
ain't it?
confronts Papol, he immediately tells him the truth about what happened to Planet Vegeta.
No, it's probably not.
Much like the original storyline, there were a few Saiyans that survived the destruction of Planet Vegeta. The only ones that did survive, however, were all told that a meteor had clashed with the planet and that was the cause of the explosion. At first, Papol is skeptical, but his uncertainties later turn to confirmation when one of the Freiza soldiers lets it slip that Freiza spared Papol. Bardock then goes on to ask Papol to join forces with him, but of course Papol is unsure because he himself cannot sense Bardock's immense power, which, after the training on Yardrat, exceeds 1.5 million.
God dang.
Bardock shows
Okay,
him a preview of his
Goku was over 9,000. Okay, so yeah, it was over 9,000. So that Papol dude's just way stronger than Goku, which is odd. Whichever. Oh, what, you about to transform?
new power and tells Papol to measure it with his scouter.
That was back when the Saiyan
numbers
arc.
skyrocket aggressively from 15 to 20 all the way to 50,000
About to break that scouter?
before the scouter eventually explodes. After this display,
Damn.
Papol is convinced, and the two begin their revenge on Frieza and his army.
Damn.
While simultaneously training Papol, the two Saiyans have been picking apart Frieza's empire one planet at a time. After they dominate one of Frieza's planets, they simply move on to the next one, but the two have learned to suppress their power levels, so when they leave a planet, they're untraceable.
Okay.
Frieza sends two
On
of
their
his best
covert.
warriors to
Okay.
their last known location.
I'm into this.
A small planet on Frieza's market where the two have been staying for the past week in order to train and heal up. Their names are Gabella and Toby, and they're stated to be around the same power
Gabella.
levels.
Shout out
as
to
that
my
of the
nigga
King
Toby.
Force.
I fuck with him.
Once
He
they
looks
arrive,
cool as hell.
Bardock tells Papol to fight them by himself as part of his training. This goes about how you would expect at first, with Papol being more than enough for these two. Not
Sure.
completely used to his new powers, however, Papol eventually loses the upper hand, and this is when things actually get bad for Toby and Gabella.
All right, Bardock's all right. You're done.
Bardock
I got
eliminates
this.
them in an instant.
Oh, shit.
Papol
Okay.
apologizes to Bardock for not being strong enough, expecting punishment, but Bardock has nothing but love for his brethren. But
This is like
At
cocky
that moment-
Bardock, which I like, because like look at his face. It's like, yeah, that's all right.
Bardock has nothing
You'll
but
get
love
better.
for his brethren. But
I like this
at that
rendition.
moment, Bardock has another vision of the future. All he can see is Papol, bloodied and battered in his arms, with tears
Okay,
running
I
down
see
his
with the
face,
lightning
and
tech.
a second
Added the whole
later,
rain and shit.
he dies.
And that's it? No, see, now I'm invested. What the heck? When did this come out? I don't think, okay, because I remember this came out, what's the date? I can't see. Oh, it's right here. I'm blind. 2018. So these are all the videos he gave me. So I don't know if this connects to that. Wait, this is the same video. Am I? Oh, I'm crying. Oh. All right, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Now, the thing about this video, which this is connected to an even longer story, so I'm gonna link this down below along with these other three if you want to catch up with this. This was really interesting because I was skimming through this myself. I'm not gonna lie, I did watch this one myself. I think when it came out because I do remember this a lot. So Bardock's not really too big into this story until like the end and shit. Link to that down below. With this series, it's definitely gonna be a relevance thing to things that I'm doing, or maybe if it's something I really care about. But as always, I'm down to watch new content because I love YouTube. I love watching YouTube stuff. So if you want to link me something that you find interesting, hashtag movie night on Twitter at the hashtag with the link or whatever, have it be a series, because like the first thing that you link me, I'm going to watch it on my own to see if I genuinely give a fuck about it. And then if there's like more than one to that thing after, if I really like it a lot, I'll try to befriend the person, you know, make sure I get the permissions and put you guys on the new content. I think with getting to 1 million subscribers, it's really important to me that I'm very organic with my regular life, with YouTube life, because it's, I don't know, it's part of my evolution and what I want to be as a content creator. So that's it. I love y'all. Have a good one. And let me know what you thought about the stories, if you liked it and all that good stuff. And bye.